what it touched on for me was that educative part of the role. And in my experience, when working with the community and talking about genetic counselling, I think part of what they're surprised about is because there's counselling in the title, is that educative part of the session they have with the counsellor. Can you possibly give us an indication of the training that occurs and the skill sets that are required for genetic counsellors, given that educative component?
The genetic counselling program is a master's level program. So all of our students who are coming through that have done some sort of undergraduate degree. We get a lot of people coming through who've done, say, biomedicine or science degrees. So they have that genetics knowledge basis. What we train people in throughout the program is developing a really good understanding of a breadth of different genetic conditions so that they have the skills to be able to talk about sort of this information with people that they're seeing in an appointment, so that they have that sort of baseline knowledge around genetic conditions themselves. And then we have a lot of work around different counselling skills. So being able to sit with difficult emotions, being able to respond to those empathically, using sort of all these different techniques to help, like we spoke about before, provide the information, but also get a sense of, are people understanding what we're telling them? What does it mean for them? So that we can really help them find the best path for them moving forward around genetic testing.
Yeah, I think that's so important, Josh, that they've come from an undergraduate background, whatever that may be, and it potentially was more scientific, and then you're able to teach them about different genetic conditions, but then how to actually read the room really and see how people are responding to that and what information they're taking in and not, and then how to
Yeah,
potentially follow up on certain issues if they're not necessarily, because when you're stressed, you don't always take in everything that you need to, do you?
exactly. And something that I'm really big on throughout the whole training program is this idea of being curious with a purpose, right? So we want to be curious around what is going on for the person sitting in front of us. How is this information sitting with them? So that we can then, yeah, like you said, help them in that moment when things are can be a little bit overwhelming, help them to really take in that information and understand what it means for them.